Hello there, creative minds. Welcome to the Adobe Photoshop tutorial, where we'll be navigating the powerful features of generative fill. Today, we're not just extending the horizon of an image, but we're also planting new elements into its landscape. Excited to embark on this creative journey? Let's begin. Let's begin with this stunning image of a boutique. It's a beautiful image, but we want to make it wider for a desktop wallpaper. First, we need to extend our canvas to the desired width. Navigate to Image, Canvas Size, and increase the width while keeping the height the same. In this case, I had increased the width to 1920 pixel. Next, we'll select the newly added blank space on both sides of our boutique. You can do this by selecting the whole image, then use the invert selection that is on the dialog box for the generative fill if you are unable to see this head over to the Edit menu, and from the drop-down, choose Generative Fill. This will bring up a dialog box. For this task of extending the content, we don't need to add any text prompt. Generative Fill will generate the content based on the existing image. Click OK and let Photoshop work its magic. When Generative Fill has completed its process, you'll see that the blank spaces have been filled with content similar to your original image, effectively extending the stunning boutique to fit the wider format for your wallpaper. Now that we've successfully extended our image, let's move on to the second topic of today's session, adding new content to this image. Imagine we have this boutique image open in Photoshop, but we feel that adding another plant and a wall lamp on the side would make it even more captivating. Once again, we'll select the area where we want our new content to be. With the part selected this time, in the dialog box, we'll add a text prompt describing what we want to add to our image. In this case, we have this prompt, an aesthetic plant that goes with the surroundings for the plants on the side, and wall light that complements the surroundings for the wall lamp. Photoshop's generative fill will now use advanced AI to generate new content based on your description. When generative fill has finished its task, you'll see the plant and wall lamp, adding a new level of interest to the scene. Also, if you notice on this side, generative fill will give you 3 choices you can pick which one you like. You can always click on the Generate Fill again to add more choices. And there we have it, folks. You've not only extended the boundaries of your image, but you've also filled your landscape with more plants and wall lamps. Remember, in the world of Photoshop, your creativity is the only limit. So keep pushing those pixels and creating magic one layer at a time. Until our next tutorial, stay creative and keep those layers coming. Welcome to our next topic on image editing. Today, we will explore a powerful technique that allows us to remove unwanted elements from an image, transforming it into a more visually appealing composition. Whether you're a professional photographer or an aspiring enthusiast, this skill will undoubtedly come in handy during your creative journey. So let us start. First, let's open up the image we want to modify in Photoshop. For our example, let's say we have a home studio, but there's an unwanted side table, wheels of the chair, printer, ladder by window, and the green handbag at the side that's distracting from the serenity of the home studio. After you've opened your image, the next step is to select the element you want to remove. In our case, we'll use the pen tool to select the ladder by the window. Once generative fill has completed its job, you'll notice that the ladder has been replaced as if it was never there in the first place. With the same process, you can select the rest of the element that you wanted to remove, just like this. At this point, you might want to make some adjustments to ensure the new content blends well with the existing image. Always remember that the content is on a separate layer, so it won't affect your original image. And that's it. You've just removed an unwanted element from your image using generative fill in Adobe Photoshop. Remember to save your work and experiment with this tool to perfect your images. Thanks for watching and happy editing. In this tutorial, we're going to create a digital mock-up for a new product, a sleek modern chair for a product catalog. First, open a new document in Photoshop. Set your canvas size according to your needs. For our example, we'll set a format suitable for social media posts. Now, let's head over to our canvas and select the whole canvas. This will show the dialog box where you can type in a description of what you want to create. In our case, we'll type in the prompt, a modern minimalist chair in the center of a lively living room. The chair has a curved backrest and seat in dark walnut wood and polished steel legs. There's soft lighting to highlight the chair's texture with subtle shadows underneath for depth. You want to be as descriptive as possible. The more detail you provide, the better generative fill can understand what you're trying to create. Click OK, and let Photoshop's AI do its work. This might take a moment, so be patient. Generative fill is using advanced AI to create the image based on your description. And there you have it. You've just created an image from scratch using generative fill in Adobe Photoshop. This tool can be a real game changer, especially when it comes to product photography and digital mock-ups. Don't forget to save your work, and feel free to experiment with this tool to generate more images. Thanks for watching. Welcome to our new tutorial on how to merge two pictures using Adobe Photoshop's generative fill. This tool uses AI to understand the content and style of your images, enabling us to seamlessly blend them together. Let's get started. First, open Photoshop and load the two images you want to merge. For this example, let's say we have a photo of a Roman statue and another photo of a Roman statue that we want to merge together. Place one image Photoshop document. With the first Roman statue, extend the surrounding by using the crop tool, and then add the second Roman statue as a separate layer on the side, having a space in the middle, or any position you want. Now, we're going to use generative fill to blend these two images together. Start by selecting the middle area. You will see the generative fill on your canvas. If you can't see this, go to the Edit menu and choose Generative Fill. In the dialog box that pops up, type a brief description of what you want the tool to do, or you can leave it blank, then click OK and let Photoshop's AI do the work. After generative fill completes, you'll see that it blends the two photos together. It's as if they are just one photo to begin with. You can also extend the top and bottom of your canvas and use generative fill again to fill the empty space. You can also select some parts that you want to change. In this case, we choose this part using the lasso tool and generate red pastel smoke that is spread and then wait for the magic to unfold. At this point, you can make any necessary adjustments. You might want to refine the edges, adjust the color balance, or tweak the lighting to make the final image look just right. Remember, all of this can be done non-destructively, as the merged content is on a new layer. And there you have it. You've just used generative fill to merge two images together. Remember to save your work. We hope you found this tutorial helpful, and we can't wait to see what you create with this powerful tool. Please note that the exact steps may vary depending on the specifics of your images and what you want to achieve. Always use your judgment and experiment to get the best results.